Hello and welcome back to the UK National Championship 2018. Matt's still here with me and we are in the final round of Swiss for the tournament.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of exciting stuff. At this point, there are many players on the bubble. There's some people with some secured seats. It'll be interesting to see what the breakdown is. We'll bring you the meta breakdown after we find out exactly what's made it into the top 64.
Yeah, exactly.
Should be good to see. I believe the traditional tournament is also starting to kick off.
It has. It has. One of my friends who's playing in it, not prearranged. He is playing Necros with a gin lock.
Yeah, bringing it back. In case you guys ever go, hey, I wonder what that was like. The answer is awful.
Yeah.
Just awful.
It's all about that Book of Eclipse, man.
Oh yeah, that was definitely some savage tech back in the day.
It was.
But from the past to the present, we are taking our next feature match as True Draco versus the Sky Striker Trickstar deck. And it's going to be Jack Walker piloting the True Draco deck versus Leon Graham Circle, who's going to be on the Trickstar deck. Yeah. Now, both these players, what's their records at the moment?
It's X2.
We're at X2, so this is a bubble match for these guys. That's really interesting to see True Draco still seeing such high representation. They lost the masterpiece, the indestructible monster that basically defined formats. Basically, if you didn't have, I keep saying the word basically and I should stop, but he defined formats because if you didn't have an answer to masterpiece, you were you just weren't going to win a tournament.
Same as his predecessors, Towers and the Ultimate Falcon, the mystical Beast one as well.
Basically the in-game deck check. Can you answer this ridiculous threat? If the answer is no, then you lose. Yep. Dark Destroyer, that's one we passionately remember, taking out your card and then slowly going down the levels into Tin Can that then went all the way back up into Dark Destroyer.
Yeah, exactly. But let's not wait any longer. Let's get over to the table and see what these guys are up to. First things first, though, let's have a look at the stats that we have on these guys. So, yeah, pretty...
This season, yeah, 3-5. I'd say, what would you say is the average? Actually, that's a stat we never looked at, the average number of tournaments attended for players on the circuit.
Could probably look at that. But we can see that the, these guys haven't attended very many tournaments, which means that the win ratios aren't that accurate.
And Leon, sorry, I called him Leon Circle. It seems to be Leone Crick. Sorry, I was just reading the handwriting on the deck list. I'm awful at reading. So, yeah, Leon seems to have had a bit of a rough season with a 31% win rate. But he is now currently on the bubbles of the National Championship, so this deck must be treating him pretty well.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're going to be seeing Jax to start on True Draco, and at this point Leon might be a little bit nervous. Leon is actually playing 3 copies of Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, 3 Drawn Lockbird, 3 Ash Blossoms in his Trickstar deck as his hand trap lineup.
I've just been handed the Attack of the Forbidden card bracket, so we can have a look. There's a few players on there that I recognise.
We're going to see the Draco diagram, searching up True Draco Apocalypse, I believe that was.
That's Heritage.
True Draco Heritage being activated. Effect being used.
And this deck is still real good. Yeah, that's Apocalypse.
Dino Might Knight just recently coming back from the Forbidden Limited list.
Ooh, that's rough.
Yeah, and we're going to see the Ghost Ogre being used against the Heritage to deny Jack some cards, where Jack is then going to change his Dynamite Knight to get himself True Draco return. And this is most likely candidate, which is a massive tar pit to try and crawl through. Oh, he does go for True Draco Apocalypse.
Yeah, and then it resolves the Ghost Ogre. I like how he's placing his spells and traps as far away from his monsters as possible, as to not...
He's just pretending they're pendulum scales. Hey, look at these purple pendulum scales.
Yeah.
Anti-spell. That is pretty solid against Leon's deck. Plus, when Leon tries to resolve anything, Dynamite Knight is definitely going to be ready.
Yeah, in fact, that completely stops Leon from doing most of what he needs to do. I mean, he's got Upstart Goblin in his hand as well, so that's
super slow.
Yeah, that's really slow. And Scapegoat, he's going to have to wait like 3 turns, 2
it
turns
has
to...
Okay, it's just going to flat out activate Scapegoat
chain it.
in the draw phase.
And Dynamite Knight.
Actually, something for True Dracos is they're not going to be too fast at cleaning up these scapegoats, so Leon might actually get some mileage out of this.
Yeah.
I got the True Draco diagram though, so the diagram could destroy one of the Apocalypses. The Apocalypse can then get a Majesty Maiden or one of the other True Dracos, Ignis perhaps, and then that will then take out another scapegoat, and then you've got 2 attacks to clean up. Actually, super interesting situation here. Yep. So we're probably going to be seeing. Oh, he's going to go for the heritage.
Yeah, I wonder what he drew.
Ah, it was Majesty Maiden already in his hand.
So he might be able to summon that as well.
He destroyed the first time monster. Was there a set monster?
No.
So he missed the trigger on his Apocalypse.
Yeah, that's strange.
That's super unfortunate.
That's actually pretty
I
bad.
don't know if he. I don't know if there was a set monster or that was taken out. It doesn't look like it, right? That could,
No, I'm really confused. That's what I don't know.
that could prove pretty massive in this match.
Yeah. Still hitting that terraforming's got to be pretty nice early on.
Well, the terraforming is like infuriatingly slow. You have to set the terraforming, activate terraforming. You have to set your field spell and then activate your field spell. It's like it's 4 turns before you get anywhere. And your True Draco are very adept at just picking off your cards whilst advancing their attack position.
Yeah.
Majesty Maiden. Going to be adding True Draco Ignis to his hand. Ignis Heat, the True Draco Warrior.
Yeah, I mean, we're not seeing a masterpiece here, but he's still able to rock through these.
Well, the True Dracos were always
True Dracos.
really big. Yeah, you've got the tribute effect on the True Draco Apocalypse to tribute summon that Ignis in his opponent's turn and take out a card in the middle of a combo.
Yeah. It's actually pretty big. I mean, that anti-spell fragrance doing so much work.
Yeah,
That's
and
what happens when
Jack is actually turning that into a lot of attack points pretty quickly. I will give Leon credit for going straight out with the scapegoat rather than just saying I'm going to just pass and hope I don't get all my cards destroyed.
Yeah.
Just spotting that play of like, all right, my turn 1 opener is just going to be scapegoat and set my spells and hopefully get there. But now Leon's got the turn back and he's in the tank.
Yeah, I think Leon made a decision to make his deck so full of spell cards that it's affected by anti-spell fragrance. It's the thing. If you choose to do that, then you're going to get hit by anti-spell fragrance.
Yeah, it's like back in the days when people were playing Royal Decree. If you played 14 trap cards and your opponent played Royal Decree, it just happened. Like you had to be prepared for it sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll see
It's a
how.
deck building choice.
Yeah.
Paleozoic wouldn't have a problem with this anti-spell fragrance.
There we go. This will be able to clean up the anti-spell.
He's going to get multiple Draco triggers though.
Yeah, Dynamite Knight is going to go ahead and set another card. I think that's True Draco return. He's hovering.
Is there any reason why he didn't use that True Draco Apocalypse summon to interrupt the Phoenix?
This Phoenix trigger would still be happening. It'd just be essentially
to destroy the
scapegoat.
Yeah.
Because the opponent could then just commit to a normal summon if they really wanted to, or something else.
Yeah.
I guess he's holding it back because that Phoenix does not threaten any of the True Draco monsters.
Yeah.
And now that the Phoenix has been used, the True Draco return is very good at just going to be able to keeping the attackers up for Jack.
Solemn Judgment.
And Jack drew the Solemn Judgment this turn.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's very good. That's a very strong card. Especially when you're ahead to... oh, we're seeing Shed Ride being used. And yeah, we're going to see Majesty Maiden being chained.
Shed Ride doesn't feel all that great when your opponent gets an extra card on top of it.
Yeah, quite a few people just building the chain. Building the chain so they can actually get one of their searches. Yeah, True Draco Apocalypse being triggered. That being destroyed, and then he'll be able to take out the Phoenix. And Shed Ride allowing one new card for Leon.
These True Dracos look really, really strong right now.
Yeah, the turn 1 anti-spell fragrance has kind of been one of the deciding factor here.
Yeah, I guess that's a decision to be made while building your deck. If you think there's going to be a lot of spell cards being played, then...
Oh, my crush.
That's interesting, because he's going to get quite a lot of information from that. Disciples?
Yeah, this lets him put resources back into his deck for his True Dracos to search out. So we're going to see the Apocalypses being dropped back in 1 heritage.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's super strong when you're burning. You're spitting those resources out of your deck so quickly. With whenever your opponent makes an action, you essentially get all of your triggers. Being able to put those cards back to draw an additional card is just kind of a cherry in this situation, I guess. Yeah. Oh, it's Card of the Mice. It's a pretty good cherry, pretty big cherry on top. And yeah, going to be tributing, which is going to take out your opponent's back row.
Wow, this True Draco deck seems like it's really just shutting Leon down here.
Yeah. Well, Leon is going to be up to like 2 cards after. He's going to have like we've got key reincarnations here. He could chain the tribute effect of his trap card if he really wants to ensure.
Dynamite as well. Seems odd because that's just going to get banished by its... Oh no, sorry, no, it doesn't.
It is
yeah. Three new cards for Jack.
Yeah, he has to reveal them because he has to prove he can't resolve the tribute summon effects. But
yeah. Interesting, because if he could have, that would have been still pretty good.
Oh, he's got a basis against banish cards. I was going to say that wasn't in his hand a second ago. Because that's his graveyard even.
Yeah. WCQ Heritage.
Yeah, the Solemn Judgment was going to be absolutely crippling to Leon in that situation. When Leon draws up to 2 cards, one of them is 100% blank.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
Leon is just
terraforming to get another diagram, and then that allows them to search.
Yeah, actually, Jack was still under the effects of Shared Ride in that situation, so Leon could have took a bunch of additional cards, but deciding actually
yeah,
I'm not going to make
call it a day.
And this actually gives Jack quite an advantage because he gets to side directly into the most suspected matchup, and Leon, on the other hand, is Leon's side deck is not really kitted for this, although he just has 3 copies of Poison of the Old Man. But that
just in case. 28
minutes is a long time before those Poisons of the Old Men become relevant. Twin Twisters, definite possibility here. Anti-Spell Fragrance is way less effective against True Draco, since they can just set their continuous cards, tribute them, and take out your Anti-Spell Fragrance. Evenly matched. It could be good when they're building up massive fields, but it kind of feels a little bit lackluster, right?
Yeah.
When they get to keep the Draco that's then going to get them another card immediately afterwards.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't think Leon's deck sides too well for this. Whereas Jack, on the other hand, copies of Shared Ride, Ash Blossom. That's interesting because he's obviously got Card of Demise in the main, so those would have to come out. Red Reboot, probably not for this match. It's the Altergeist match. We haven't actually got an Altergeist on this weekend.
We haven't.
If there's any left in the top cut, we should definitely keep an eye out for those.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, we'll see where Jack goes. He's got Cosmic Cyclones in his side deck, and I'm not really sure how Cosmic Cyclone fits into this current metagame.
No, I mean,
I guess
it's usually a lot of you want mass back row removal.
Yeah, it seems like being able to clear out the bulk of it seems to be very, very important.
Yeah, better than the banish.
Now, I guess you've got the Altergeist can recur their own trap cards, so having having the Cyclone to remove them permanently is pretty strong. But
in
everyone
in
else
hindsight, knowing the deck breakdown, it's probably better to have Twin Twisters.
Everybody's sort of going for being able to clear up, make massive trades with their cards.
Yeah, well, Heavy Storm Duster as well.
Heavy Storm Duster's been next level. We saw it go off once this weekend.
Yeah. It was mega important when it did go off, wasn't it?
So yeah, the hand's just going to be photographs being taken, so we'll be able to take a quick look at what's rolling in. Probably Leon to start. Yeah, Leon to start with Candina.
Pretty amazing hand actually. He's got Candina, Reincarnation, Ash, Lily, Ghost, Ogre.
Okay. He's got the light stage as well.
And then Jack with Amano Iwato, Heritage, Apocalypse, Return, and Pot of Duality.
That Amano Iwato is pretty good against a double hand trap hand.
Yeah.
I remember a lot of players complaining about Amano Iwato for quite a while during when Masterpiece was still in the True Draco lineup.
Yeah.
Because essentially they were allowed to play all of their really, really unfair cards while you weren't allowed to interact with them.
Yep. Yeah, so drew, what did he draw? Card of Demise, I think.
Yeah. So, Amano Iwato.
That's going to be a tough read.
Monster effects, okay, I only have Candina. Hang on. Yeah, so there's no chance of getting draw and locked birded.
Duality. I guess the huge impact of
yeah, whenever a spell or trap's played, I believe Candina shoots for 200, and then the light stage will add 200 to that.
Yeah. Light stage currently very lit up.
Because yeah, the question is whether or not the effect activates, but of course, Candina's not
none of the Trickstars activate.
Oh, Red Reboot did come in from Jack, who was clearly worried about that reincarnation.
Yeah.
Probably taking the diagram here.
Yeah, I think diagram. Well, yeah, diagram.
Yeah, basically diagram with a one deck fin, which makes sense with this card, if he wants to resolve Card in Mind. I like this. It's just like.
Yeah, I'd be tempted not to do it.
Yeah, he just just goes, oh, by the way, I'm just going to terraform this diagram I just revealed off upon of reality. So what would have been a really good hand for Leon? Yeah, Leon goes in with the reincarnation. That's the diagram taken care of.
There we go, the lights are fixed now.
Oh, we had to shoot the lights?
Yeah, don't know if you noticed, but light stage looked completely light.
Oh, it did.
Fixed.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah.
And Cards of Demise going off and Leon just unable to deal with 3 cards being added to Jack's hand.
Yeah, we're just waiting for some life point updates here. It's behind at the moment.
Yep, we're going to see Heritage, Tribute, True Draco, Apocalypse, Summon Majesty. Heritage, draw card. Two cards being set for Jack. Jack going to be forced to discard his card, and then he resolves his card of demise first, and then he returns his Amano Wado to his hand.
Yep. Nice.
And now Leon has to play through a really big field.
Yeah, that is quite scary.
And we know that Jack is playing Red Reboot, so if Evenly Matched was a potential card, Jack could actually potentially negate it with Red Reboot. Alright, he Hexbase Majesty Maiden, and then
Ghost Ogre.
Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. The issue with that is there's so many trap cards that have the tribute effect, so now Dynamite Knight is actually going to be better than Majesty.
Yeah.
Actually, Boy's got a lot of back row, it's less effective, but he's going to be able to get True Draco return at some point, and then just keep pulling his monsters back at the graveyard.
Yeah.
As Leon tries to consider how he's going to play through this.
Difficult.
Something we haven't seen this weekend a lot of is the Firewall OTK in these matchups.
Well, we saw it during our first match, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. I think there's a lot of players being very aware of it. There you go, see True Draco return being flipped. A lot of players being aware of it and not making the mistake to play into it. That's hard. Lady Bell being summoned. Yep, and Dynamite Knight gets triggered. True Draco's return activates his effect, and Lycoris is going to return the Lily Bell. And then that's going to trigger the Dynamite Knight. So many cards coming for free.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, you're interrupting my disruption, but I'm going to go ahead and get another card for that exchange.
Yeah, there's just so many trigger effects in this True Draco deck. Whenever you think that you're trying to progress your game against them, they're just getting more and more cards for it.
Well, you have to, yeah, you just end up being forced into these positions where you have to play into their field, and in doing that, you're just giving them more resources.
Yep, so seeing Ash as well, I mean, Leon may as well get these hand traps out as soon as possible because Imano Iwato is going to stop.
Yeah, Imano Iwato just being normal summoned every time.
Okay, Jack reading Lilybell.
Lilybell comes in for 1,000 points of damage.
That's okay, by the looks of it. That's what Jack said. He was like, yeah, that's fine. But those life points are slowly ticking down. Maybe Apocalypse here? Nope. Just gonna let the Majesty Maiden go.
What else you got, Leon? No copies of Waken the Dragon played in any of our feature match decks.
No, we haven't seen any of them yet. It's going to be that one guy in the top cut who's just won purely because of Waking the Dragons, then people find out and then he's going to lose.
Would be even more impressive if Burning Abyss Sekko ends up being the Tom Rose's deck. I think he's still in right now.
Yeah,
right?
he's still in.
Pretty much. He's X1, so he's pretty much locked for the top 64.
Yeah, he's 10th at the moment.
He's currently 10th.
Yeah, on table 10. So yeah, so X1 probably.
Oh, he's on table 10. He's not
Yeah.
actually 10. Okay. How about JY? How's JY getting on? His
out.
Tournament's over?
Yeah.
How about any of our other national champions on there? We got Jake Quincy,
Jake's 20, table 25. Tom Payne's on table 84. Callie's on table 41. Yeah, all kind of on the bubble / out.
Yeah, so it's this round is going to be a little bit of a massacre.
Yeah, always is when we cut to the top 64. So once again, we're seeing Holly Angel. We saw her in our first feature match.
Don't attack your Candina into it. Go on, Jack.
No.
Don't make that mistake. You're better than that.
Yeah, it's bad for you.
Quick read of Holly Angel. Every time a Trickstar monster is summoned to a zone it points to, it deals 200 damage. Every time a Trickstar deals damage to the opponent, it gains that much attack until the end of turn. With Candina in play, dealing damage every time a card is activated, it... here we go, we see a Mano Iwado. Holy Angel goes down. And, yep, a Mano Iwado returns to hand. Trickstar Reincarnation being drawn for Leon, which is... he's got a Ghost Ogre... No, is that a Ghost Ogre in his hand? I think it's a... Yeah, Ghost Ogre, which the Mano Iwado just prevents from doing anything. Oh, that's why we're seeing a Reincarnation that Mano Iwado is going to get pushed out of the game.
Yeah, is he playing 3 copies?
No, he's only playing 2.
Okay, so maybe a bit of a struggle to try and find another one, but I guess the damage has been done at this point.
Yeah, Jack's been able to set up a rather ridiculous field. Yeah, only 2,500 coming in. Leon desperately running out of cards. We've not seen any of the... You know what? I have made a minor mistake. I've been thinking he's been playing... I announced at the start he was playing Trickstar Sky Striker. He's actually not. He's playing just straight up Trickstar.
Oh, wow.
My apologies there.
Yeah, so it's the first Trickstar that we've seen. Just Trickstar.
Just Trickstars on their own.
What a grind. This has seemed like such a huge grind game when in reality the Trickstar deck is known for kind of pushing out damage quite quickly.
Yeah, especially struggling dealing with high attack ceilings, but Leon is...
Yeah, is he playing anything for that?
He seems to just be using his Ghost Ogres to remove the big Draco monsters.
Yeah, I mean he's got Spear Mode in there. In the side deck as well.
Now, we haven't had a good Goki match this weekend. We've
no, we've not had
tested
Goki
yet.
at all.
Probably see one, at least one in the top cut. You mentioned Darren was performing particularly well.
Yeah,
Darren,
is apparently our highest point scorer at the moment, but that's purely hearsay at the moment.
Darren Stevenson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Leone being able to put some damage on the board here. Pretty decent amount of damage, in fact. So Jack struggled to kind of plant a monster and keep it there for this game.
Yeah, Jack needs to be careful. His life points are getting pretty low, and we're getting up to just 12 minutes left on the round, which means a game 3. Those Poison of the Old Men for Leon are almost certainly coming in if this goes to a game 3.
Oh, that's actually really funny if that became relevant.
I think considering if your deck is likely to play to time, having a way of winning
Quick
in your
damage.
main phase
Yeah.
is worth considering at the moment.
Jack going all the way down to 2,000 life points. That's not a lot.
True Draco Apocalypse being flipped.
Yeah.
To destroy the heritage, which
Yeah.
lowers the attack of the Phoenix and then also clears up the scapegoat.
Yeah, I think purely based on the lowering the attack there.
Terraforming! Oh,
What a top
that's
deck.
so good right now. Just pick up a True Draco diagram and then get straight back into the driver's seat. And you just quite comfortably put back all of your good threats straight into your deck. The True Draco return, which is, yeah, lets you just make sure your opponent's not getting any more decent attacks through. That was a beautiful draw. Diagram going to be taking out a card. And then by destroying the Apocalypse, he gets to take out the Phoenix for free. And then we're going to see, yep, Dynamite Knight is back again. The limited card is back in play. Prodigy, going to add the Terraforming to hand, so that guarantees that there's at least another diagram. Destroy Spread Reboot.
Reboot. I like the word boot.
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 Why?
That sounds funny.
That's Tribute Rivalry of Warlords. Yep.
Biggest heat. And that is quite a lot of damage.
25 plus 21, I believe. Or
And,
is it
the
23?
and the diagram. That's
Oh,
enough.
yes, there we go.
Wow.
Sorry, yeah, I think it's 25 to 23, the Ignis. So yeah, that's exactly game.
Yeah.
Jack going to be progressing into the top 64 with True Draco.
Yeah, most likely, anyway.
Yeah, most likely. Never say never.
Yeah, that depends on the draws in the final round. But certainly Leon won't be. But let's talk a little more about it in our post-match discussion. There we are. The end of the Swiss portion of the event.
Yeah, for many people the weekend ends here, or at least their main event, Tournament Experience, ends here. They've got quite a few hours left to engage in some of the public events, see what's going on, but hopefully for those that are going on to the European Championships that were lucky enough to qualify, or rather skilled enough to qualify, will have a bit more of experience to know what to expect going into that.
Yeah, exactly. And the big thing is that Nationals generally has quite a lot of invites for that. So even if you didn't necessarily make the top cut, you may still be invited.
Plus, in the European system, you actually have pass downs as well on your invite. So if someone's already got an invitation, the invitation gets passed down one slot to the next person to guarantee as many people can come to European Championships that perform highly across the season.
Yeah, exactly. So is there anything more to say about these two decks before?
Other than profusely apologising for thinking that was Sky Strikers for some reason, because I was just on autopilot.
Yeah, and main decking through Mind Crush is pretty interesting.
Yeah, well, we've seen that in quite a few of the decks, the main deck Mind Crushes, and it does certainly come up.
Yeah, even to this day, I absolutely think that Mind Crush is one of the best cards in the game as long as you know the meta well enough.
Yeah, it gives you a bunch of information and also strips away cards as your opponent searches for them, and then gives you a bunch more. You get a lot out of it if you spend a bit of time doing pre-game research.
Yeah, exactly. But let's leave it there for us talking about the Trickstars, because our winner that was playing True Draco is with Robert, and let's have a few words from them.
Hello everybody, we're back with the winner of our last feature match, and you're playing True Draco this time around, aren't you? Now, why are you playing True Draco, and do you think that it's still relevant in the format?
I think so, yeah. Obviously Masterpiece has gone big hit, but Dynamite's such a powerful card. The ability to set search Apocalypse from deck or activate it. That with a Maiden coupled means you get Interruption, an extra summon, and another search, and you know, Sky Strikers, you can go toe to toe for them for you know, adding resources if you get to that stage, and you know, with the floodgates it really helps. So yeah, it's still a really prominent deck, and I feel like it still can do well as seen.
That's great. Now, obviously, the big elephant in the room, we always have one every year, is going to use Sky Strikers of any variant, really. How is it that you're going to be dealing with them?
Mainly Anti-Spell, Order, Rivalry of Warlords, Monarchs Erupt, all the floodgates. Like, you just the only issue really is Ray. If you summon Ray, the rivalry kind of becomes a bit, but usually you have the backup as well, and then you just resource with them, and then your floodgates will eventually win you the duel. Game 2 and 3 becomes harder with the Twin Twisters and the evenly matched. That's when the reboots come in and you pray a bit.
So during the game that we've all just seen there, is there anything you particularly enjoyed? Would you like to talk about with our viewers?
I like the Trickstar interaction, being able to like, summon, bounce, get the the Lily Bell attack, get the summon back. You know, that's it's quite a fun way to do some quite big damage, and then obviously they burn you during your turn as well. And in Draco you do a lot of searching and drawing, activating spells and traps. So you know, that can really come to harm you. You know, if you had a bit of a better engine game 2, or you know, I was still toe to toe with a double reboot. So yeah, it could have been anyone's.
So I'm assuming you've been kind of playtesting quite a bit for this event. If you weren't going to bring True Dracos, is there anything else that you would have brought with you?
Probably maybe Spirals. It's probably the second best deck I know, and it's quite an enjoyable deck. It doesn't have a great Sky Striker matchup, but there we go.
So that's why you went for the True Draco over the Spirals.
Yeah,
not quite there. Now, it's been a long tournament so far. We just finished round 10 all day yesterday. We were here until around 10:30 p.m. yesterday. Is there any game that you've had previously, any matchup that you thought was fun, interesting?
To be fair, the Sky Striker and the Trickstar Sky Striker matchup actually isn't too bad, because they can't necessarily kill you in one turn, so there's quite a lot of interaction, a back and forth gameplay. You know, their resource and your resource, and you know, it's kind of about who has the better cards and who has the better engine at the time. But those matchups are really fun, so it's nice to see a format that isn't just I'm going to kill you. I haven't played Goki yet though, so.
Oh well, yeah, yeah, there is that. I don't think we've actually had a Goki on stream either, have we? Just looking at the presenters over there. So it's absolutely brilliant having you on. Really fun interview. Thank you very much. And I believe you were on the bubble going in, and we're just checking to see whether you're going to be able to make a top 64. Is that correct?
X2 at the moment.
X2 at the moment. Brilliant. So hopefully we'll see you in the top 64.
Thank you very much.
Let's go back over to our presenters.
Thank you, Robert, and and Jack too. It sounds like he's pretty confident with the deck that he's brought.
Yeah, well, we saw there just the amount of resources he was generating was certainly keeping up. Very well played by Jack.
Yeah,
not much more to say about that. He kept grinding, even though he kept losing his monsters. He ended up in a really dangerous position right in the end there.
Yeah,
he still just managed to overpower his opponent.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's it for the Swiss portion of the event.
Yes, so our following rounds are going to be straight up knockouts, so any loss beyond this point is going to just get you removed from the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. So likely to be a bit longer of a break as we get everything ready for the top cut, rearrange the tables and check to make sure all the standings are correct.
Yeah, we give players a chance to contest the standings if they think there's something that's actually incorrect.
Yeah, exactly.
Although players should only do that if there is actually a problem. We did have one year, years ago, a player, she come up and said, oh, I was actually 11-0. And we looked at the standings and went, what? No, it says here you lost like in these rounds. He's like, no, I won every single round. He's like, why did you not bring this up sooner? And he's like, oh, because I just didn't think it was a problem. And it was just like, we looked at it, it's like, no, you're definitely not telling the truth. Why would you try it this way?
Yeah, I can't see that went well.
No, it did not. It did not. So yeah, please contest the standings if there's a problem. But we
Otherwise,
can see where things have gone wrong.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, that's it for us for now. We will be back as soon as possible with the top cut of the UK National Championships 2018. Stay with us. It's going to be a good one.